we discussed that if we consider linear differential equation L of y equal to 0, which is homogeneous differential equation with constant coefficients, then we can have a characteristic equation whose roots play an important role in general solution of given differential equation. First, we consider a case where the roots are real and distinct. Suppose R1, R2, and so on, Rn are roots of characteristic equation. Then the general solution of given differential equation L of y equal to 0 is given by C1 e raised to R1x plus C2 e raised to R2x plus and so on plus Cn e raised to Rnx. That means e raised to R1x, e raised to R2x, and so on. All these are linearly independent solutions of L of y equal to 0, and they form fundamental uh, solutions. Second case we discussed is complex roots. Okay, suppose we have pair of complex conjugate roots, say alpha plus minus I beta. Then we know that e raised to alpha plus I beta into x is one solution of L of y equal to 0. However, this is complex solution and we need a real solution. So we have seen that uh, the real and imaginary parts of this solution, that is e raised to alpha x into cos beta x and e raised to alpha x into sin beta x. Both are solutions of this differential equation. Important thing is that these two are linearly independent solutions. Okay, so instead of considering e raised to alpha plus I beta into x and e raised to alpha minus I beta into x, we can have a real set of independent solutions, namely e raised to alpha x into cos beta x and e raised to alpha x into sin beta x. Okay, the only case remaining is repeated real roots. Okay, of course, there is case of repeated complex roots, but which we can often from these two cases. Okay, so let us see the case where we have repeated real roots. So here, for simplicity, first we consider there is one root which is repeated twice, and we also consider that the differential equation has order 2. Okay, of course we can generalize this to higher order things and roots repeated more than 2 times. Okay, so let us see first simple case. Assume that L of y equal to 0 is a second order linear differential equation with constant coefficient. Therefore, z of r, that is characteristic polynomial, is second degree polynomial that is also called as quadratic. And we have repeated roots, so we can assume that z of r is r minus a bracket square, where a is a repeated root. Okay. If z of r is r minus a bracket square, that is nothing but r square minus 2 times ar plus a square, then a is the repeated root of z of r. Now, if characteristic equation has this form, then L of y must be, okay, we know that how to find characteristic polynomial from differential equation and vice versa. Okay, so r square means there should be second derivative of y. Minus 2a r means minus 2a r means there should be y dash plus a square into y. Okay, so this should be our differential equation for which z of r is r minus a bracket square. Okay, that is repeated root. Now, a is root of characteristic equation, so one solution should be e raised to x. Okay. Therefore, okay, if a is root, then e raised to x should be one root. Is sorry, it is one solution of L of y equal to 0. Is one solution of L of y equal to 0. Okay, so L of y is second order equation. If we could have two distinct roots, say a1 and a2, then we can write general solution as c1 e raised to a1 x plus c2 e raised to a2x. But it is not the case here. So we only have e raised to x as one solution. Okay. So we need to find another solution, but it should be linearly independent from this e raised to x. Okay. So first thing, what this means, L of this means L of e raised to x is 0. Okay. Now consider the function x into e raised to x. Let us consider this function x multiplied by e raised to x. Okay. Therefore, what is derivative of this function? We need to use product rule. So first term is e raised to x into derivative of x is 1 plus x is there. Derivative of e raised to x is a e raised to x. So we take e raised to x common. Okay. So e raised to x into 1 plus x is derivative. Now second order derivative d2 by dx square of this term x e raised to x. Again we need to use product rule. So e raised to x is there and derivative of 1 plus x is simply a plus 1 plus x is there and derivative of e raised to x is a into e raised to x. Okay, e raised to x is common, so a into 1 plus x, that is a plus a square x. A is already there, so we write 2a plus a square x. This is second order derivative. Now let us find L of x e raised to x. Therefore, L of x e raised to x is, we know L of y is by 2. It is y double dash minus 2a y dash plus a square y. Y double dash means here it is x e raised to x, its second order derivative. Minus 2a into x e raised to x, its derivative, and a square into this function x e raised to x. Okay, now we substitute the values of derivatives. Okay, so e raised to x will be common into, we have 2a plus a square x. This is for second order derivative, minus 2a into derivative of x e raised to x. It is now 1 plus x. We have taken e raised to x common, plus a square x. Okay, so this is e raised to x multiplied by 2a plus a square x. This a square x and this a square x, it is 2 a square x minus 2a minus 2 a square x. So we have 0. So L of something is 0 means that is solution of L of y equal to 0. Okay, so this important thing is nothing but solution of L of y equal to 0. Okay, this implies x e raised to x is another solution of L of y equal to 0. Okay, we already have one solution as e raised to x. This is another solution. If these two functions are linearly independent, then we can take these two functions and form general solution of L of y equal to 0, and we are done. Okay, so let us check whether these two are independent. We can check this by using Wronskian. One way is to find Wronskian and check whether it is non-zero at some point. Okay, if it is non-zero at some point, then it will be non-zero on the domain. Consider Wronskian of e raised to x and x e raised to x. It is determinant whose first row is these two functions e raised to x and x e raised to x. Second row is derivatives of first row. So it is a e raised to x, and derivative of x e raised to x we already have computed. So it is e raised to x into 1 plus x. Okay, so this is determinant e raised to 2x, that will be common again into 1 plus x minus x. Okay, So this is simply e raised to 2ax, and this cannot be 0. Okay, we know that exponential function with real variable on real line, it cannot be 0. Okay, for any value of real x and a. That means these two functions are independent and we can have general solution. Therefore, e raised to ax and x e raised to ax are linearly independent. Therefore, general solution of L of y equal to 0 is y equal to c1 e raised to x plus c2 into x e raised to x, or we can write this as c1 plus c2x into e raised to x. Okay, this is the required solution. Then we have root a, which is repeated 2 times, and L of y is second order. Okay, now we see the generalizations. In general, okay, if the root a is repeated k times, then the linearly independent solutions of L of y equal to 0 are e raised to x is there, then x times e raised to x is there. Next will be x square e raised to x, and so on up to. Okay, if it is repeated twice, then we have up to x raised to 1. Here it is up to x raised to k minus 1, because this is repeated k times. Okay, x raised to k minus 1 into e raised to x. Okay, now we solve examples. Example 1, find general solution of y double dash minus plus 4y dash plus 4y equal to 0. Here L of y is y double dash plus 4y dash plus 4y. Okay, therefore characteristic equation is r square plus 4r plus 4 equal to 0, and therefore characteristic roots are equal to minus 4 plus minus square root 4 square 16 minus 4 into 1 into 4, that is 16, divided by 2, which is minus 2 only. Okay, so we have repeated root. Okay, minus 2 2 times. there is a repeated root, and therefore e raised to 2x and x e raised to 2x are independent solutions, and therefore general solution is y equal to c1 plus c2 x into e raised to sorry, I should write minus 2x. Okay, root is minus 2x. Okay. So this is general solution. Next example. Then find general solution of. Okay, so now we consider initial value problem. Okay, so if uh, we are given a differential equation and asked to find general solution, then there are arbitrary constants. The number is same as order of differential equation. That means if it is third order differential equation, we have three arbitrary constants in general solution. These arbitrary constants can be given particular value if we are given initial values. That means if we have IVP, initial value problem, then uh, we will have unique solution, as we already have discussed existence and uniqueness theorem. So here IVP is given. Solve the IVP initial value problem. It is given by third derivative of y minus second derivative of y minus y dash plus y equal to 0, and some conditions are given. Y of 0 is 0, y dash 0 is 1, y double dash 0 equal to minus 1. Okay, we need three initial conditions because it is of order 3. Okay, so first we find general solution of this differential equation and then use these conditions to find arbitrary constants. So here L of y is this given differential equation, left hand side of this differential equation, and characteristic equation is r raised to 3 minus r square minus r plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, we have to find roots of this characteristic polynomial, which is of degree 3. Now, if the sum of coefficients is 0, then r equal to 1 is a root. Okay, here sum of coefficients is clearly 0. Positive coefficients are 2 and negative are 2. Okay, so since sum of coefficients is 0, r equal to 1 is a root. We have to find other two roots. Okay, so one way is to use synthetic division. Okay, so therefore uh, one root is r equal to 1 means r minus 1 is a factor. Okay, so we divide this polynomial by r minus 1 and we get the lower degree factor. Okay, so we use synthetic division. So what we have to do, we have to write this polynomial r cube minus r square minus r plus 1 here, and write this factor r minus 1 here, and we have to divide it as usual. So here we write the term such that the multiplication of r minus 1 and this term should have first entry as r cube. Okay, so if I am writing r square here, then r square into r, that will be r cube. Okay, so r cube minus 1, so it is minus r square. Okay, and now we have to subtract. Okay, this is usual division. Okay, so we are going to subtract. So minus means these signs change. This plus will become minus, minus will become plus. Okay, like that. So this is 0. This is also 0. Okay, 0. And these two terms are there, minus r plus 1. Okay, now again same thing. Here it is minus r, so we take minus 1. Okay, so it is minus r plus 1. Again subtraction, so that we get 0. So our quadratic factor is r square minus 1. Okay, therefore r cube minus r square minus r plus 1 is r minus 1 multiplied by r square minus 1. Now r square minus 1 is r square minus 1 square. So it is r minus 1 r plus 1. So this is r minus 1 r minus 1 r plus 1. Okay, therefore characteristic roots are one, it is repeated twice, and minus 1. Okay, therefore the general solution of L of y equal to 0 is y of x equal to, okay, so 1 is repeated twice, so we can write c1 plus c2x into e raised to x plus c3 e raised to minus x. Okay, so the solutions corresponding to root 1 are e raised to x and x e raised to x. Okay, so c1 e raised to x plus c2 x e raised to x, and corresponding to minus 1 is e raised to minus x, so plus c3 e raised to minus x. So this is general solution. Our initial conditions are given in terms of y, y dash and y double dash. So we need to differentiate this equation, this solution y 2 times. Okay, therefore y dash is, okay, c1 plus c2x into differentiation of e raised to x, it is same as e raised to x, then e raised to x into differentiation of this, it is c2. Okay, so plus c2 e raised to x, then this is minus c3 e raised to minus x. Now second derivative, again it is c1 plus c2x plus c2, and differentiation of this is c2, so 2c e raised to x. This is now plus c3 e raised to minus x. Okay, now given initial conditions, given that y of 0 is 0, y dash 0 is 1, and y double dash 0 is minus 1. So y of 0 is 0. Therefore, 0 equal to y of 0, that is, we put x equal to 0 on right, so that we get C1 plus C3. This gives this gives a relation between C1 and C3. So C1 is minus C3. This is one relation. We call this as number 3. Now second condition is y dash 0 is 1. So 1 equal to y dash 0 equal to, it is C1 plus C2 and minus C3. Now C1 is minus C3, so this is C2 minus 2 times C3. Okay, and this is our second equation. Therefore, C2 minus 2C3 equal to 1. This is next relation. Now third condition is y double dash 0 is minus 1. So it is C1 plus 2C2 plus C3. Okay. Now C1 is minus C3. Therefore, this is equal to 2C2. C1 is minus C3, so C1 plus C3 is 0. So simply 2C2. Okay. This gives value of C2 as C2 equal to minus 1 by 2. And this is number 5. We substitute 5 in 4 to find value of C3. Substituting 5 in 4, we get C2 is minus 1 by 2. So minus 1 by 2 minus 2C3 equal to 1. So that 2C3 equal to minus 1 by 2 minus 1, that is minus 3 by 2, and therefore value of C3 is minus 3 by 4. And C1 is minus C3. Okay, therefore C1 is 3 by 4. Okay, so we get all these values and we substitute in the general solution. Okay, so therefore y of x is C1 plus C2x. Okay, so 3 by 4 plus C2. C2 is minus 1 half x, C1 plus C2x into e raised to x plus C3, that is minus 3 by 4 e raised to minus x. Okay, so this is solution of given initial value problem. Thank you.